Hello everybody, it's your big homie Big Jesus Jr. Right now it's me and my nephew Andrew. We're on our way to some locations here in Tularosa, New Mexico. And what you're seeing is that tree line, and that is the Tulie Creek, a canal of sorts, a canyon, a arroyo, however you'd like to call it. There is water going through there a lot of the time, but sometimes not all the time, because it depends on the farmers if they want to let the gates flow, or if we have a flash flood. So join us today on our research on the possible happening of Sasquatches traveling up and down these corridors to the farms here at night to feed, get food. There's a lot of livestock down here. All right, so we'll see you shortly. Well, we've walked a good distance down this waterway. We saw one place that looked like a den, but kind of worried about rattlesnakes, so we didn't go in. But we'll get a quick clip of it on the way back down. But we're not seeing too much evidence of, well, really, we haven't seen really hardly any evidence besides those possible dens. As you can see right here, many vehicles drive through here. So if there was any tracks, we had two guys on motorcycles hauling butt up and down here. They didn't even see us while we were behind a tree, or standing under a tree really. And we just saw a beautiful barnyard owl fly out of this large tree right up here. But yeah, we're heading back to the research truck. Yep. And we're gonna head to another area of Tulie Creek where I found evidence. So we will check in shortly with you guys.
If you look here, we'll see some bamboo out here in the New Mexico desert. Very interesting. Check it out down here. As you can see here, there's more of the dirt bike tracks from earlier. Would have completely destroyed any evidence of prints or anything. What was that?
Hey, it's your big homie. Come on in. Well, see, this is where we were standing when two dirt bikers zoomed on past right here. Even skidded right here. Show right there, down there. And came to a stop almost, and still didn't see me and this guy. And we're both big guys. So you can be right in the open and them not see you. So I don't find it that hard for a Sasquatch that's got camouflage, natural camouflage, to be able to stand somewhere behind a tree and not even notice it if they stay quiet. Those guys didn't even notice us, and we're not Sasquatch, you know? But if you look on right across the way from us, I just thought it was interesting. As you know, Sasquatch like to bend trees, and this one in between these two trees right here, this one is the only one that's bent. These ones are growing normal, same type of tree, but this has been all bent down, and it looks almost like a little den, a doorway into there. But like I said earlier, don't feel like going through this little grassy spot right here. Just have a funny feeling there's a rattlesnake in there. But as you can see, yeah, that's just interesting stuff. Stuff that makes you go, hmm. So we're gonna go right here. There's a stack of rocks, balanced about this high. But the rain came, washed it out. We're gonna go down that way another time to check out that side of the creek. But right now we're gonna head up eastward towards the mountains, where we're gonna see a lot of water and a lot better evidence. So just follow us and we're gonna lead you to. Well, we are now east of where we were earlier. This is called Tulie Creek. This is called the Hanging Tree. And the reason why it's called that is because there have been multiple suicides here. And in the far past, they would lynch people and hang them here. This is Billy the Kid country. This is where the regulators, the young guns, used to ride through. Once again, this is the area where I believe we have Sasquatch traveling through this corridor onto the farms west of here. Very beautiful, very peaceful. You can see here the locals have put rocks to create a small little pool. It's only about a foot deep, maybe a foot and a half. So we're gonna go ahead and head in here. So here we go. See, the vehicles do come through here, but not at night. This is private property. So only during the day do we have any action with vehicles. Looking for any signs. Came upon this last time I came through here, and we have some hanging bark. Found it interesting. Nowhere else is there hanging bark in this area. When you look through here, I'll show you, which I find interesting, is we have a tree lane, which is not too hard to see if you know what you're looking for. Actually, it's right there. You see that Y? That's not going there.
It's been weaved.
It's also weaved into the branches. You can see right here, one, not a very safe place to play on. Very steep. You can see, I guess the wind over the time has worn away the bark, or that bark got removed, sticking it there. But if you would hold this, I'm going to show you. I want you to point at the bottom here. Okay? This is not very strong. That did not grow there. You see the bottom, it's not touching the ground, there's no root, nothing. It's a tree lane. I can put it right back. Come over here, come around. Once again, this is obviously, I didn't do this myself. This has been here for a long time. Look at this. That's smooth. You must ask yourself, why would a human being do that? What would be the purpose of anyone doing that? I don't know. Also, what I noticed is over the tree right here, if you film down, at some point something grabbed onto that tree and tore it and ripped it down while it was alive. It's obviously dried up now, but something broke it. but didn't break anything else around it. Also stuff that makes you go, So we're going to continue. There was a break up here on one of these trees, but I'll find it again so I can show you. So, be back in a second. Me and another researcher, Julie, we camped over here. We saw this area, and that stick wasn't there at all. Right now, it's literally blocking the path that leads to one of what we believe was a possible den where they can be. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this. I'm gonna move this out of the way. This branch does not belong here, maybe? Possibly go here, maybe. Okay, we're gonna move that out the way. Come in here. And look down here. You got yourself a really cool little habitat, hangout spot. And there's no cow prints in here, but it looks like there's some serious droppings down there. Like,
really? Check them out? You want me to go check it out?
It's kind of steep. There's another twig branch stuck in the way. Like I said, it's all interesting. I don't know if you can zoom on those three giant, it looks like scat.
Right in the center of the screen right there.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and zoom in like this. And you just go ahead and walk up to the stick. And then you can push it down and show around a little bit.
So those three droppings right there, right out in front of my hand.
It's a good area for something to hang out in and hide, not be seen by anybody.
It would be possible that there were horse droppings, but really no horse would want to travel down this very steep cliff right here.
Yeah,
so
when I get home, we'll look at the pictures and see what kind of scat that is, because that's scary. If that's Sasquatch, that's a big Sasquatch. That I could understand why they scream in the middle of the night, you know? Okay. So that's a possible one. We're going to go ahead and head down. I'm going to put the stick back up, because if that is a Sasquatch, because it was not here last time. It was definitely not. I'm going to leave that there, just in case. Kind of encroach on their space, well, as much as possible. And we're going to continue. We'll be right back.
If you look up here, you'll see another tree break here. See, it'd be understandable if this tree was old and dead and it just fell off, but as you can see, that's clearly still alive. Yeah. And it's a easy, like, minimum of 10 feet off the road, so no vehicle would do that. Then we have another one over here, which is even more clearly off the road. Dead ahead. Another tree break. Yet again, an alive tree and tree branch just broken off. Then right here, it's missing.
To your left?
To my left.
Bark hanging down off of that.
Oh yeah,
Careful.
there's bark over here hanging down too.
So yeah, that's pretty up there. It's not somewhere somebody just is walking by snapping branches because they're bored. But we're gonna head back down this way, going westbound on the trail, and look for some more evidences. Like right here, we have a break. It's kind of right up there. If you look from this angle, you can see that it's still connected. It was alive when it got broken. Way up there. You see?
Yeah.
Why would anybody want to do that? We don't have any elk in this area to use their antlers to bust that. head on down this way. We have a sapling that's been what looks like bent over, and it's obviously didn't grow that way. You have the bark here rubbing off from this, pressing against this branch, and it was pressed into the ground, it looks like. I could be wrong, but I don't see any other of the saplings growing into the ground like that. This one goes right straight up. Whoa. It goes right straight up. But it's just odd. It looks bowed, like, you know, you find in the forest a lot with Sasquatches. And it's following the trail over to the X. If you can see it from here, the X with that tree lean. So just following the trail, following the signs. We're heading that way now. So we will see you shortly. Well, we're on our way westbound on the trail, as you can see behind me. And there's actually quite a bit of evidence over here. A lot of people don't believe my theory that the Sasquatch are passing through this corridor. It don't really make sense to me because they're not that far away and they're really good at traveling long distances. And we have tons of farms, chickens, goats.
Not to mention the access to fresh water.
Yeah, fresh water, deer. No elk, but deer down here. Up higher, you gotta go up higher to get the elk.
Small, like kids, but bare feet.
Well, I'm gonna flip this around again, which I have to stop it. It won't let me just flip it over. So I'm gonna stop it again so I can show you. He just saw some little tiny footprints. Could be human.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. There's bare feet footprints, little tiny ones. Here we go. So, what are you pointing out to us?
Right here, these small barefoot footprints. Easily could be human, but it's just interesting that they'd be out here. As you can see, this is my footprint right here, size 11, and these are these tiny little bare feet. Obviously 5 toes, same arch as a person, but they come from down here, and they just keep spreading all the way down to the water down there.
So we got ourselves our first tracks. May they be human? We don't know. May they be Sasquatch? Possibly. But right now we're leaning towards human, even though they do kind of look Flintstone-y, which looks like we're going backwards, but you can definitely see them. A lot of, you got all kinds of prints right here. Different animals, dogs. Like I said, I'm leaning towards human, but I've seen other Sasquatch little, I guess little feet. And that looks pretty wide. That's not a thin print. Once again, I said there's a lot of people that come through here and they want to
Swim in the river.
swim in the river, yeah, and have fun. So there is children here at some point, but you can't discount everything. Got to keep your mind open to possibilities. You never know. I think this would be awesome to hang out at nighttime. If I was a Sasquatch, look at this big old tree. You never know. Maybe they don't mind leaving their tracks here because there's so much activity here in the daytime. Usually by the end of the night, everything's already gone. Okay, let's head back up to the trail. We're gonna head a little farther down where I believe there's some interesting structures. Another little print. They are varying in shape from round to pointy, which is usually the difference between human and Sasquatch footprints. They have very wide feet versus us. There's probably somebody down here partying. I can hear some music. We'll go ahead and go around this corner here, where I believe there's some good evidence. At least there was a while ago. Interesting. You got a cool little area that would make a good blind. We got a whole bunch of little sticks broken and collected here. It's not
Obviously broken off too.
Yeah.
Those are, the way these are broken, those are ripped off, you know?
right.
Not just falling off twigs.
Yeah, these are broken off for sure, collected. Once again, you got to ask yourself, why would a human do that? We don't know. That's why we're looking. What's going on? Looking for Bigfoot? Some cool stuff out here I've been finding. Huh? Really? Researching Bigfoot. There's I swear. The theory is that because we have Bigfoot reportings in Mescalero, a whole bunch, you know.
Right.
And then we'd also work with the forest department. Well, my mom works with the forest department, and they get a lot of reports too. So I go do the research since they're not allowed to because it's Bigfoot. Nobody believes in it. But my theory is that we have, huh?
Who are you?
I'm Jesus Jr.
I knew it. It's you. How are you? I'm Rosie. Good to meet you.
Good to
But
see
really,
you.
what are you doing?
But really, that's what I'm doing. So I'm trying to prove a theory that the Bigfoot at nighttime traveled through here to go to the farms and kill chickens and goats and stuff like that. Because I've had activity out there. That's where I live.
It's me. Don't worry about it.
Ah, it's you. Now we know. Mystery solved.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry
But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to find different little evidences that we find up there in the mountains. It was good seeing you. Word. Okay, so over here is where I believe I found an area where Sasquatch was squatting and breaking sticks around him.
On the couch?
Right, yeah, on the couch. On the couch there. Watch, you'll see there's all kinds of cow scat here. But over here is what I'm talking about. Right here. You can see just a whole bunch of sticks in a circle.
Yeah.
It was a lot cleaner before. Yeah. Look at. Lots of breaks. Stuff that shouldn't be in here. It's a good break right there. And stick over there weaved in. It looks like another little crouch spot right here. And if you look around here, there was one. A branch way up high sticking upside down. Let's see if we can find that. We'll go around here. Yeah. Let's go around. Right here. Right here, buddy. Come through here. This is on the skeet, so lots of sharp thorns, and some of you don't want to walk through barefoot. Okay, right here we have an upside down branch, once again weaved into this. If you look above, there's nowhere that broke off to fall into it like that. And with all those thorns and little thingies that stick out, it makes it real hard to weave through. So I find that interesting. This little trail leads back here. Go through here underneath. Takes us back here. We just ran into a lady that pretty much thinks we're crazy. She said, "Oh, don't worry, it's just me." Well, I hope she's not the one eating whole goats raw. Can't be healthy.
Bunch of stick piles.
Collection of sticks. There's gourds growing a lot of places here.
Plenty of food.
Water, food. That's plenty of greenery to hide in. A lot. We're gonna turn around and head this other way and head back up to the truck. Unless you want to go farther down.
Keep walking for a few minutes. And
Okay.
turn back. It's greener down there.
We'll continue here.
Look at that tracks here.
Well, we're into all kinds of rabbit, lizards. Lots of game trails we're running into. Yeah, looks like something's been gnawing on that bark. What it is, we don't know. Going into the sun right now, so I know you guys are getting a real glare. But we're about to get into some trees, it looks like. Interesting. It's starting to smell kind of funny. It smells like sweaty, like somebody's armpits. Ugh.
My bad.
Right? It's like you're going into a young man now. Oh well, that's cool. If you look carefully, there's a big broken one. No, I ain't saying it's Bigfoot. I'm just saying there's a really big broken part of that tree just hanging there.
The V.
Yeah, the V. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Huh. My nephew is trying to scare me, stepping on sticks and stuff here. Just kidding. We have a lot of deadfall, it looks like. That right there is going straight across. If you look at all this, it's not sod. All this wood here you see in this area is all broken. It's been snapped off. It looks older, but it looks like somebody, I can smell it again. Some serious underarm funk. And you got that one that's looks like possibly it's reeling. Right there, it's not connected, didn't fall down there, not from there. Interesting. We're really getting into some better tree structure, or just trees in general in this area. But once again, like I said, all of this is not sod. This has all been broken. It's like somebody had a huge hissy fit. And decided to break all this to pieces. Wow. This is interesting. Yeah, none of it's sod. Look at this. Break.
break. They're all broken.
It's all broken. Go stand by it so you can see how big that. Put your hand by the brake, just so you can get an example of. That is not little.
Can you put my arm around it though?
Yeah, it's something you just don't. You're just not gonna go and snap yourself.
And if you notice too, a lot of stripped bark in
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of strip bark. A whole bunch of strip bark.
And that's not just falling off. This is really thick too.
Yeah.
That's ripped off.
Yeah.
Tell by the tassels on the end. It just ripped off the tree.
So we got some weird stuff going on here. All broken. This is all broken. Let's see what this one is. Yep. Broken. Not cut. And this is not a heavy traffic area for people walking around either. And then mostly get a little stream right in here.
If you look on the soil, there's no footprints really from anyone.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's no-
I'm not seeing any human prints anywhere.
I'm gonna walk in.
Where? Don't fall.
Just check out what's at the bottom here.
Okay. What you might want to do, let's take a little walk in here. Go on that side. Just show. Well, I don't know. You don't have to. We can just film from here. Huh.
Nothing Bigfoot related, but that's just interesting. Like,
Oh wow. That is weird. What the heck is that? Is that mud or rock?
it's possible when lightning strikes the ground in certain places that things like this form.
Right.
Want to take this back?
Yeah. Cool. You don't mind carrying it?
That's cool.
Alright, so we're coming through here. We're still seeing this like destruction zone.
Honestly, yeah.
Like seriously, look at
there's
this.
some
Is
obvious stuff that's just
torn up.
tree fall, and there's others things that
Yeah.
are snapped off too.
Why just this one spot? You know?
If
Look
it
at
was
that.
a natural thing, the whole entire area should
Would be like that,
this.
yeah. It's a bunch of breaks. Bunch of breaks. Over here. Just wonder if inside there it's any crazier. 'Cause, we have a trail right here. See that trail?
Yeah.
Going into there. Nice walking stick. Oh.
Do you want it?
Huh. This is crazy. Just sticks thrown everywhere. Look at that. Bark torn off everywhere. I'm not seeing tree limbs, really. But there's not tons of stuff to do tree limbs with, I guess. Like in a forest you'd find. So maybe just the occasional one.
You know, there's a lot of cow manure around here, but no cow can
Yeah.
take a tree and rip down a branch, you know?
Yeah, I've never seen cows do that to trees before. There's so many places that you can hide here. Huh. So turn around.
I say so too.
Okay. We're gonna head back up now, and we see anything, we will be back. Talk to you shortly.
We're back here, and we noticed like a little, what could be a lean-to. I'm gonna go ahead and take you down over there. Just watch my step. Well, if you see here, there's actually little marks in the soil from a large footprint. Like, thank you. Like this right here. That's a lot bigger than my jeans over my shoe, you know?
Yep.
So let's take a look over here. Not that I'm saying they're footprints, but they're definitely depressions in the soil
Very interesting, yeah.
from some sort of movement.
Go around.
I'm going to be very careful out here because it's rattlesnake
Look at those
season.
branches that are on that trunk.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not natural there.
Looks like there's been more than one branch placed on top of the trunk. You know?
Yeah,
Not just falling on top of it.
definitely. Like, these are all clearly stacked. Unless you want to call it a coincidence and have all of these fall perfectly on this trunk here, you know?
Over here, to your right, and far that way.
Yeah. Now this in here, I'm gonna go ahead and take a step inside here. Check it out. But you can see this has all been wrapped around. And this goes back into there, which is a heavily wooded area with lots of coverage and roofing, I guess you could call it, just from the elements, you know. But it goes back in there. There's a nice little worn trail and everything. So it's very possible that people come out here, but I wouldn't see a logical reason to why.
Blind, like a hunting blind, but
Yeah.
nothing a hunter would make, but more like squatchy. And if you come this way, look at this tree right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Do not fall from straight up above you. Okay?
This tree right here.
Yeah. And then if you go towards it more, walk over towards it, there's a branch sticking, it's placed right there across.
Right there, that Y
It's been
shape.
dragged, it's been drugged there. This tree either has been dragged here.
That's been wedged into it because that's clearly been ripped off. It hasn't been
Yeah.
fell off.
So a Sasquatch, a blind, you'll see this. They'll pull whole, trees in the way, and it's perfect cover. Or it's all natural.
You never know.
Researching, trying to find this stuff out.
We'll get back to you if you see anything else.
All right, so you guys, on the way back up, I don't know how we missed it, but it looks like you can see all this
We found a
bark
proper lead.
ripped off. This would be more in line of a wigwam or shelter. As you can see, there is wood that does not belong here, and it's been woven in.
It's pretty like a small dome structure.
Yeah, it's a little, like I said, a little structure here. These are all broken off. These are not cut, and they have been placed here. This is so cool. Look at this big piece right here.
It's almost like a center pole, you know?
Yeah.
Teepee. See how they're all
Yeah.
leaned against each other up to that top part?
Where?
Straight up.
Oh, right here?
How they all
Yep.
come together leaned against the same thing.
Yep, they're all weaved in here. Straight across, right in. Some are suspended. Oh, that's so cool.
And there's no trees there for that to fall off of, really.
Yeah, there's no tree to fall off of for all these huge pieces. So, very cool find. And yeah, that's definitely not natural tree fall. Whew, crazy bugs.
And if you look here, all the tips of these twigs right here have been snapped off. From this point here.
Yep. Right here on this plant, if you look carefully, right here snapped off.
All of it, yeah.
All snapped off. Something's been nibbling. Right there. All this bark's peeled off. Right here. And you just have bunches and bunches of, I mean like hundreds of little sticks. All gathered up. Wow, that is so cool. I'm gonna back up a little bit and take a couple pictures. So right here, I guess as you can see, I'm try to get in here maybe.
You can see him for scale. And by no means is my uncle a small man. But this structure here, the wigwam,
This is weaved in. Like, there's even one up here. Wait, I can't reach it. I'm 6'3". Over
Wedged
there,
in,
it's
yeah.
stuck right through across. You got this big old one right here. This is literally balanced. Look at that balance there. So when it goes on to over here, but I ain't trying to get on all fours. There is a little pathway trail. I
Behind
was
it.
willing to walk on all fours. But I ain't trying to do all that. I just recently had an accident and I'm still in pain. This is hard for me to hike at all like the way I'm doing right now. By the end of the day, it's gonna kick my butt. Oh, it's gonna take a lot of ibuprofen. But that is so cool. I can't believe we missed it on the way. Ah. Okay. Come over here. See more of this pile up.
And some of the bark missing here.
Yeah, more bark ripped off.
Notice it's only on the lower parts of the tree.
Yeah.
Up there, it's still perfectly intact.
Forgive my breathing, guys. Way over 300 pounds and I have asthma. So I apologize for the heavy breathing. This is interesting. Yeah, these sticks all here are laid up together. 1, 2, 3.
A couple of small ones too.
Yeah. Once again, we don't know. We can't see it for sure. But we just find it interesting because water hasn't passed through here in this area besides that little stream for decades upon decades and decades to ever get this deep here. We haven't had floods like that since probably the early 1900s, you know? But for saving video space sake, we're going to stop this in a second and continue on up and see if we see anything else. And mind you, where we were was this very strong odor of, body odor, like somebody ain't wearing deodorant that just worked out, but so strong that it overpowered the smell of the cow manure. The cows, as you can see, are everywhere here, just dropping bombs. And couldn't smell that over the smell of that body odor. Like, smelled human. Like, and it's coming and going. Like, it's passing by us and leaving. Almost bad as like onions and armpit. But we're signing out, guys. We'll see you shortly. Well, hello, everybody. We're at the top of Tularosa over by Apache, and we're out here squatching or researching or whatever you'd like to call it, looking around for Bigfoot. But we just pulled up and we noticed some sticks right where we parked are stabbed into the ground. Andrew is going to demonstrate and pull one out and see just how deep it's in the ground, how stiff. Okay, so it's not that deep, it's just
A
couple inches stabbed in. And then if you come up here, there's another one. But if you look around, I don't see tennis shoe prints. Those are not, I don't see tracks of tennis shoes. I see those look like deer.
Foot imprints.
You know? So I was wondering what was able to reach over and stab it like that. And that one's how deep?
About 3-4 inches.
Okay.
See, we clearly didn't do this because it's falling out if I try to put it back in.
Yeah, it looks like just one good swift dilly. And then we got this one. Also, it's more of a different stab. We just heard a tree push over just shortly, like 5 minutes ago.
This one's in good.
That one's in
Like good 6. Oh, that's like 8 inches now.
That one was in really good. So we are going to, and there's some trees over here we noticed are pushed over. We don't know if they grew there and fell over or what. So we're looking.
Yeah, it looks like it may have just rotted.
From where?
It's true. It's not a branch from one of these trees. Clearly.
Nope. It's not from this tree right here.
And there's no stuff, like, whatsoever.
Right? So we come over here and we see it up here and it's hanging on the barbed wire. There's another one right over here, as you can see. We have a
No stump.
sawed off stump here.
These trees aren't sawed though, that's the thing.
Yeah, so unless it fell from up there,
Oh, true. This tree, no.
it'd have to have fallen from there, whack, falling down here. So we're gonna say this one's natural right here.
Don't like me or anything.
I'm gonna give this one the natural fall. Okay, we'll be right back. We're gonna head down the hill. What's up, guys? So we're on our way up this right here, and we're just walking in here. We noticed this right here, which looks like a possible footprint. And if you want to see size, I wear a size 16 shoe. A very bright size 16 shoe. But we just thought that was at least worthy of noting.
You can almost see if there's like small little trenches where the toes were, you know?
Yeah, we're kicked off.
But you never know. Could just be something else.
Right. We'll be right back if we find anything else interesting. Well, we traveled about 50 yards from our last visiting, yeah. And I came upon this little pile of sticks. Doesn't look like there's ever been a fire here. They're not cut off, and just found it odd, interesting.
They're all snapped off. So.
Yeah. And if you look up here, oh, right here, we have a lean-to right there.
You get your
Right
in the
there.
very center of the screen. Yeah.
Right there. I'm proud of Apple for Bigfoot. So right here we have one, and you can't see it really, but there's another one right over here. We're going to go up there right now and investigate. It's starting to sprinkle, so we're a little bit worried. It's going to start raining on us pretty hard. But we've got to get his evidence now before it rains. Look at them clouds. Yeah, they're gray, and we're getting sprinkled on as it is right now. So if AJ here would mind continue filming while we walk up here, that would be very cool. As you can see, there's another pile of
Larger
brush.
sticks.
Yeah, so we're coming up here. This looks like an old, very old road of some sort at some point. And this is the area I was talking about. We also have all these sticks here. And we do have one right here. But I'm guessing did not grow there. Looks like it's been stabbed into the ground. So I'm gonna back up. We're gonna switch cameramen real quick. Here we go.
I'll climb up there.
And you climb up there and we'll see if it's stabbed in the ground or it grew there. It's leaning against this tree. Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's another few good ones.
Is it roots or is it just stabbed in the ground? Up, stabbed in the ground.
Broken off too.
Interesting. Okay, if you would travel up higher,
Up higher.
take this with you. Okay.
Sorry for the view, people.
Oh, good. And
There we
see
go.
if that one's a lean-to as well, the big one right there.
All right, let's check this out, guys. Pray for no snakes. And what do you know? It doesn't grow there. All right.
We just made a Bigfoot mad. Our bad.
Oops.
So I'm going to come down. So that was also a lean-to.
Here we go.
Okay, we're going to come over here. Because that's a pretty steep little incline there. We're going to go back up to the same spot. Maybe.
Man, I barely touched that too. Just snapped over.
And this will be a not so treacherous. It's interesting. This is a tree right here. But of course, like people say, everything can't be Bigfoot. But it is interesting nonetheless.
You want me to come up here?
Yeah. Okay. Once again, this whole little area is just overridden with tons of sticks. Just in this area. This is a very cool little area we're in.
Definitely.
Come back here. And we come to exactly where this was pushed over. We did just hear the tree get pushed over before we started filming, so we hurried to film. Man, the rain, it's raining hard now. We have to head back, guys. So, signing out, and what do you know, we have another one. Didn't even notice it, it goes right here.
And it's between those two branches there, so it's not.
Yeah, it's been placed there. Look, it's between these ones right here.
Yeah.
Yep. And that one goes all the way down. Okay. I'm going to take some pictures of that. Go sideways, sorry people. Just taking some shots. But yeah, like I said, it's raining real hard. I think we found some evidence in the short time we were out here. I wish we could be out here longer, darn it. There's some interesting little section here. You got this beautiful area here that's so set up for someone to hide in. Beautiful little spot. So we're going to sign out for now because we're getting rained on.
As you can see.
And we are not fond of flash floods. So we will see you soon. While we're driving, I think I saw a lean-to. So we're going to just go check it out real quick. It's still raining. But we're going to go ahead and check this out. If it's a natural tree fall or if it's been placed there. Quick. Double park.
Still pretty green, so it's not dead.
Well, this one's green. This.
Oh, no, it is dead, yeah.
That's a dead one. If you look here, it's been stabbed into the ground. It's not. If you come over here and look, because you might say, oh, it looks like it had roots. No, see, look at right here. The grass is on top, and this is not ripped out of here. So I think that this is.
Lift it up real quick. Mira.
It's on top of that, yeah. So I think this has been placed here. Lots of rubbing.
Then there's that right there. No? Oh no, that's just part of the brush.
That's natural.
Never mind.
Yeah, it's still growing. But I think that's a possible lean-to. We don't want to leave right now because
it's awesome here.
yeah, it's such awesome forest and evidences. But the rain, they don't want to get washed out or get stuck in the forest like this or get stuck in mud. Or so we're gonna head down to Tulie Creek, continue our search down there. It's about a 20-minute drive from here, 30-minute maybe. So we'll see you shortly. Well, we're on our way still, and as you can see right down there, there is like I said, the arroyo, the creek, riverbed. The trees grow up to the top of the ground, it looks like. We're gonna go all the way down there. So that's why I think Sasquatch is traveling up and down from the mountains. So you see it right there. It is really bright right now, so I'm hoping I'm getting, it's right, all that right there. Big giant fingers, sorry. But that's where we're gonna be in shortly, okay? All right. The area we were here the other day, you can see like wood mayhem, sticks everywhere, broken. This whole area is just real odd because it's not a high traffic area. We obviously don't have vehicles driving through here. We've got stuff just laying all out. These are obviously not the original trees in this area. You can tell the difference. Well, we've got all kinds of cool blockades, it looks like, and little blinds. These laid out right here. We come over here. Where you at? There you are.
Right here.
You look over here, you can see the beginning of the shelter or wigwam or whatever you want to call it, the nest.
Between these two trees here and then...
Yeah, that we showed you the other day. Come over here. Today it's running water, so we can't cross. Well, we could technically, but I don't see why we should. So as you can see, got some serious wood issues here. You can see all this bark ribboned off. So, question is, does it get torn off? Like this tree looks like it's been just ripped apart for the bark, and there's the shelter. You can see it real well right here.
next to it, yeah.
You know?
Here's the tree missing bark. There's a couple other ones down there too.
Yep.
Seen once from before.
And so we're gonna take more pictures this time. The lighting's way better now. If you look from right here, you look this, but the lighting's way better, and you can see really how it's constructed. It's so cool. I'm gonna take some pictures while we're filming. What can do? Okay. Gonna get a little closer here.
You can see how it's a lot more depth to it now.
Yeah, something's been in there. Something has definitely been in there.
Want me to try to get across and get inside while you hold the
I
camera?
could put that
The log.
across. We're gonna walk across it. Can you do that?
Sure. We're gonna put this log here and make a little makeshift bridge. We'll probably take it down once we...
We'll be right back.
Alright.
We made a rudimentary bridge, as you can see. That was very heavy, right, nephew?
Very heavy.
Okay, so he's in an attempt to go across it. Good man. Okay. My sister's probably gonna kill me for letting him do that, but I'm passing the camera now.
How's it going?
And do yourself a little inspection from outside, around outside to the end, okay?
Alright, so
Five.
let me back up a little bit to get a better view. This is the outside of the wigwam. And I'll show you some of the features that my uncle pointed out before. See this large branch right here? That's balanced. That's not just hanging there, you know. I want to destroy it. As with this. This is clearly not natural. It's all woven in. Something that would not happen just by timber falling down.
Andrew,
Yes.
Hey Jay. Okay, earlier I started doing that whistling like that. And just right now I heard it again. So I just did it back. I just heard it again. Just did it back. Just heard it again. Right over there somewhere. That was me. From over there is where it's coming. I'm gonna do it again. There it was again. There it is again. That was me. There it is again. Well, that's even closer. That sounded way closer. We've got a good, there's two of them. Three different places now it's coming from. That one came from right there. I'm gonna do it back. And from right there. There it is again. That was that side. Well, we just might have three of them in the bushes here watching us. They're all whistling now. That was me. They might be unhappy that we are in their little habitat.
Try not go in there, man.
They're still whistling. I just want to get a good
Inside
view of that. They're still whistling. Of this structure.
Let's move that rock.
That bush.
I'll grab your hand.
Oh, go and leave it there.
You sure?
Yeah. There we go again. We're going to continue walking down farther. We haven't gone farther in this area. Like I said, this is like total destruction of all this wood here. Broken, nothing was cut. That was me. Here, a dog off in the distance. It's like following us. This is me. We're gonna keep on going. It's still whistling at me. We have trails. We lead in there. Actually, we came this far last time. Because right here is where it looks like another den weaving little blind was set up by them.
That's where I went in.
This is where AJ went in last time. It's such an interesting area. Yeah. Water. We'll have a whole bunch of destruction. Like I said, it looks like somebody threw a fit and just broke all these trees and scraped all the bark off of them. That was me. Okay. Oh, there they are again. I'm still going. Gotta wonder what we got back here. Looks like some entanglements of some sort. Yeah, sure. This is interesting. Huh. They're still whistling at us. I'm gonna do it again. Yup. Again. They're doing it right back to us. That's right there. Right there. That one's a bird, I think.
The last one wasn't.
The last one wasn't.
I'm gonna take a look back here. I'm gonna get it back here.
Oh, what is it? Oh, what you following?
Yeah. I can jump.
Sure.
Yeah.
There's sticks there, so it might be safer right there. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I get across the middle of the
Yeah.
walking sticks. Hold the camera. Alright, we're gonna check this out back here. Wanna come with me? Hope for no snakes.
I just smell veal pretty strong.
Oh yeah.
Big whiff of veal.
Seems like there's a big clearing back here.
Yeah, this is a very not traveled by human path.
Try doing another whistle.
I hear nothing.
Lots of big logs and stuff like that. These are cut.
Yeah, you just
And this is also a massive tree.
there's a big old tree hanging right there.
I think we pointed this out before. This is a much closer look at it. You can see how this branch is.
What? The other one we saw was over there.
Was it?
Right here.
Well, it's a very similar hang.
This is a different one. What is supposed to be something going in and out of here?
Yeah, like it's a little worn.
Yeah.
This is where I investigated previously. Here's the stack of all these sticks laying across the log here.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because as you can
They're
clearly
all
see,
piled up. These ones are all gathered up right here.
yeah.
Those ones as well.
And if you look, none of them are cut.
Yeah,
Even
none
the
of these
larger
ones are cut.
ones.
These are all broken. All this stuff is placed in here. Separate. Like, look at this one right here. This is
Wedged.
wedged. This is, yeah. That's wedged in.
And this den back here is where I investigated myself.
You can see right in here.
The one little path.
There's a little path, everything. There's like a blind. If you come from over here, you can see Right there. It's a perfect spot.
It even goes further back in there.
Yeah. It does.
On the trail. Here.
Sounds like a roar. I don't know, or a train.
Or a car.
Or a truck driving its engine.
That just tells you that if we're mistaking a vehicle for a Sasquatch roar. It tells you a lot.
You can see cows have been back here. Cow droppings.
Yeah.
We have a nice opening here. Bent over tree. Right here, like an archway.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this a wigwam right here?
Looks like the beginning to it.
The back side of it. Yep.
It's hard to tell in video, but there's definitely a lot of depth in here, like a little worn path. You might have blocked off.
Definitely well weaved in.
A little pile up right here.
Something's torn this up looking for bugs. I see all the bark opened up.
Yeah.
Keep on hearing weird stuff.
I do too. If you look here, this tree is completely bald.
Yep.
All of the
Bark.
bark's been ripped off of it.
Into hairier areas. It's such a good place to
Hide.
Bigfoot.
Like, look at that.
Yeah. Like I
Can't-
said, we're not saying everything's Bigfoot, but
No, just thinking about it, you know?
yeah, we're getting big whiffs of that smell again. Of like body odor and onions. Somebody funky. Well, we are back where I heard one of the whistles come back to me. And as I was doing this, and it was doing it back. But as you can see, this is a really interesting little area. Smell that body odor smell real strong right now. You can see, wow, that's cool.
This goes back pretty deep.
Look at that. There's all sorts of places. Come right over here. All sorts of places to
Perfect for
hiding and yeah.
I can crawl back underneath there if you want me to.
The whole system here with these little caves or tunnels.
Under the trees.
This is
Completely
perfect
covered.
Perfect cover for an animal to utilize. We're gonna go ahead and go back out though, so we're not reported missing eventually. Continuing down the canyon to see find any more evidence. So we'll see you shortly. What's up, everybody? Well, we're out here on my property in my secret garden, enjoying a nice fire. Been raining all day. It's me and AJ right here.
How's it going?
And, well, we're at the end of our adventure. My nephew goes back to Florida to go hunt the Florida skunk gate on Monday. So, just kind of recap over what we've seen today and the other days that we filmed, that you just watched. And talk about some of the things that we noticed, some of the things that we missed after watching the video ourselves. So, one of the first things I'd like to talk about is the feet print, the little footprints that AJ found
On the first day.
he discovered while walking. His first footprints. I'm so proud of him. So when he was describing them, he mentioned an arch, which he meant to say no arch, but so there's no confusion. You know, we just wanted to say there was no arch. We actually noticed a mid-tarsal break.
Just to avoid any scrutiny from, the comment section.
Right. Of course.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's coming. But yeah, we noticed, that the footprint were way wider than the average human child's footprint. And when we went a little farther down the way, there was another footprint, if you noticed, that was just triangular shaped. I mean, just had the weirdest little point heel. Yeah, it was just very interesting. And that woman we came upon that was out there, she was camping. I put the camera down because I didn't feel like going through all that nonsense with, "Ma'am, may I have your permission to film you?" And, all that nonsense. So I just kept the camera down. She knew we were filming. And she really thought that we were nuts. She said 3 times, "But seriously, what are you guys doing?"
I think they catch it on the camera, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, it definitely was not like planned. That's for sure. That's why you'll hear me stumble a little bit on some of the stuff I say, and because I'm just speaking right off the cuff. I'm not trying to put on a movie with scripts and stuff. Yeah. This is to me a cool documentary. Me and my nephew get to go Bigfoot hunting for the first time officially, and
exactly.
It's just been awesome. I've had lots of fun. I love Bigfoot hunting. I love studying Sasquatch, and
enjoying nature too.
Yeah, definitely. I love nature. I think that Sasquatch is not just an ape. I believe they have a language. They're very intelligent. They've been around a long time, and they're a lot smarter than we believe, or they're given credit by the majority. I'm currently working with a really, really awesome and great circle of Sasquatch researchers. Some new blood to the field. It's not a question of Bigfoot's real. That's not even a question in my mind. If you don't believe in Bigfoot, then more power to you. But I am not here to prove Bigfoot is real. I know it's real because I've seen him myself with my own eyes. And there's been just so much history through Native American culture around the world, literally, not just Native Americans, but around the world. There's, throughout ancient history, you've had Sasquatches, in different names, different, forms, I guess you could say. And the topic of there's no bones, I think that's silly too. It's funny that whenever they do find giant skeletons anywhere in the forests and mounds, they automatically say that they were just very large Native Americans, And when they do have flesh or skin on them, same thing, but they're usually covered in hair, red hair, or like auburn colored. Yeah, so it's like, I just think it's. I understand for people to be like, "No way, Bigfoot could be real. That's crazy." But if you actually do any research whatsoever, real research, not just being a cynic or a skeptic and browsing through YouTube a couple times or whatever, but serious research, and actually go out there yourself and do it, and you'll eventually come to the same conclusion and realization that Sasquatch is real.
I mean, no doubt about it, especially when you have a lot of people who live in the same area as Sasquatch usually tend to live in. For example, right up here in Ruidoso, we have reports all the time of people having experiences with Sasquatch entering their yards at night or tormenting their animals. Not tormenting, but just, molesting them.
Well, I hope not molesting.
Well,
but
just bothering them.
I'm just messing. I'm just kidding. That's funny stuff. Okay, sorry guys. I couldn't help that. But no, he's right. There's just so many reports, that go out. My sister, she's an officer there. She received calls. She used to be an officer there. She moved since then. But yeah, people actually did call in because they had Sasquatch issues. And that's where when I was down here on my property, like I live a good, I'd say 15 miles from the base of the mountain.
That's right, yeah.
And then I'd say 10 miles to where you see most of our video that you just watched.
Down in Tulie Creek, yeah.
Yeah, and where I'm at, it's straight desert, mesquite bushes only, and red dirt. And like today it was 110 degrees before it started raining and it went down to 60. So New Mexico weather is nuts. But I had an experience down here with a friend named Michael Carrillo, and we got into a confrontational situation with what I believe a juvenile Sasquatch, which made no sense since I'm in the desert and the mountains are so far away.
Exactly.
But so it got me thinking, with the reports, about some of the local animals here, turning up missing. There was a werewolf report in between from here and Tulie Creek in a pecan orchard by two very close friends of mine. They were pretty freaked out, and they said it was a big, tall, covered in hair thing that looked like a werewolf to them. So it might have been, the infamous Dog Man or a Skinwalker, or right by the res, Apache res. And there's just too much going on, around here for it to not be something out of the ordinary like that. So my theory I came up with was that I think that the Sasquatch travel up and down the creek, canyon, to the farms here, and get what they need and head back up to the mountain before morning.
It's a straight shot too,
Yeah, so that's why I told some people my theory, and they thought I was silly and crazy. And I went out with a brand new researcher named Julie the first time out to Tulie Creek, and I told her, if my theory's correct, we should find some type of Sasquatch evidence, and sure enough we did. Took lots of pictures, and she left back to Arkansas, and my nephew came, and I told him about it, and he said, well, let's go do some real research, get out there for reals and film it.
Yeah.
And I was like, heck yeah. So this is me and my nephew's first film project together. And I am an actor. I work professionally in film. I know how to edit, and I do not have a problem letting y'all know that. Me and my nephew edited this thing together because I wanted it to look cool, to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
So, all those cynics out there, they call themselves skeptics, that are going to say, oh, he's a filmmaker. He must have faked everything. That's not how film works. If I was going to do some crazy stuff like that, I'd need a high budget, and the people that I would have to borrow money from would want the money back. So I'd have to make money, and I'm not making money right now on any of this.
Yeah.
I could actually ruin my career as a professional actor doing this kind of stuff. So to anybody that thinks out there that I'm doing this for fame, definitely not. I already have TV shows and big movies and all that stuff. I'm not worried about that.
Of course you're always going to have the cynics or the skeptics, or whatever you want to call them, people in the comment sections, pointing the finger at us saying, that we fabricated all of what you see in the videos and everything. You have all the freedom in the world to think that.
Yeah, we can't, of course, we didn't see it happen.
Exactly.
But it's just, like you said, you got to ask yourself, why would a human do that? Could a human do that? Could a human break logs like that with their bare hands? Some of the logs were really, really big that were on the other side. It looks like they did do at some point chopping down some trees. But it doesn't look like there was lots of room for tractors to move them. So the majority of the ones they cut were just there in the same place that they cut them. When we were out there walking where all that destruction was, and we actually would enter, you know, near the shelter, is when we started smelling that pungent body odor mixed with like rotten onions. And it was traveling with us, you know, it would travel with us. And then when you heard the whistles, there was no whistles before I started whistling. I don't know if you noticed. You could rewind the video and check it out. But when I was doing the whistle, I can't whistle now, like that, that's when they started whistling back. And then it kind of freaked me out because all of a sudden there was 3 whistles in different locations at the same time. So
replying to us too.
Yeah, they were replying and back and forth. You heard it. You know, if anybody's out there that wants to analyze the audio, please do. That'd be pretty awesome. And you can tell which, I'm gonna, I put on the video, whenever I whistled, it was me.
Yeah.
So you could tell, when it's not me. So there's no confusion. But I believe that we actually were interacting with Sasquatch. Sasquatches, or Bigfoot.
Sasquatch.
Right. So, all in all, I think it was a really great investigation. It was fun. We found all kinds of cool stuff. My theory was correct. There is Sasquatch activity right there, right near, not highly populated. We only have 1,500 people in this village, but, I feel validated in finding the evidence that we did find.
I mean, yeah, we were documenting everything, but it was really an experience just to be out there and discover something.
Because this is your first time really Bigfoot hunting, like officially with me. So, I'm curious to know, how did you feel about it?
I mean, I went in not knowing what to expect whatsoever. I'm like, maybe we'll see some snap twigs here and there, or some ruffled bushes, but what I saw out there was definitely not just some small minor thing. And we went out there and saw structures like the wigwam. Yes, I'm pronouncing it correctly now. And you'll notice in the area where I walked up onto the brush area, there's a giant log with giant sticks. Not even sticks, they're more like tree branches stacked up there. It's definitely something that you wouldn't see in nature by itself, And
normally. It's out of the place. Unless you're blind and you don't want to accept it, then you won't, of course, notice it. Or, if you're not looking for it, you won't notice these things. Mm-hmm. But, like I said, it's not an issue of a lack of evidence that Sasquatch is real. It's an issue of a lack of acceptance by current science of a preponderance of evidence that Sasquatch is real. And I'm going to end it on that note. If you guys have any questions or anything, hit me up in the comment section. And try to keep it cordial. If you're going to try to debunk anything, please be respectful, no cussing. If you don't mind, I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I am a reverend. I'd appreciate it if you didn't do that. Feel free to tell me all your theories or whatever you like. I don't mind at all.
We invite the criticism,
Yeah, it's fun. That's part of the fun of it. But I just don't like it when people get ignorant on me. So I'm signing out. We've been breaking Bigfoot. And, I love investigating things that make you say, Y'all take care now. This is your big homie Jesus and AJ signing out.
Yes, sir. Bye.